Hey everybody, this is Benna and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've been on here. I've been moving a few times and life's just been a little bit crazy. You know how it gets for everybody. But I've also, I kept meaning to come on and do some other planner videos. Some people have been so sweet in their comments and stuff about my vision board planning and wanting to do that in their planners, and that's just so sweet, and what a blessing that is to hear those comments. So I've been wanting to come back on and do another video, but I've been changing my planner up quite a lot since the last time I did a video, and I've been testing several different things to see what works best for me. And I've changed a number of things. In the past, if you saw one of my other videos, I had it was a beautiful Patricia Nash binder. It used the half letter size sheet planner pages, and I loved it. I loved it so much because it was so pretty, but it was not functional for me. The pages just are not big enough for me for what I do. I'm, getting older all the time, and I need a bigger space to write. And so then I went to an 8.5 by 11 planner, and I liked it, but it was just so big, and I felt like I wasn't utilizing my space efficiently enough. So I finally, at the beginning of the year, I created a new planner, and this time I went with the that classic size that's out there quite a lot in your Happy Planners and your Erin Condren planners and things like that, and that's the 7 by 9 size. I went to the office store and bought my paper and had them cut it down to 7 by 9, and I came home and went to work, and I came up with this planner, and it is just, I love it. I have had such a great time using this planner. I'm using it more, and if I use it more, I'm more productive. I'm staying on focus. I'm not as scatterbrained as I can possibly be, because I can be very scatterbrained. But I did some other changes too, and I'm going to go over those with you and show them to you here in just a minute. The key changes I made, other than the size, were I felt like there was too much space being mismanaged in my month at a glance, so I've redone that format, and I'll show that to you. I have redone how I do my habit tracker. I just kept feeling like, well, it was a space that in my weekly section that just I felt like could be used for other things, like notes section. So I created a way to do my habit tracker in a way that's reusable, and it works as an index, and I'll show you that. And then I also redid my week at a glance. I've tried day at a glances before, but to me they just turn into big brain dumps, and you have to turn the page before you see another day, and I'm sitting here going back and forth with the pages, so a day at a glance has just never really worked for me. So I recreated it's quite a classic layout of a week at a glance. You can get it pretty much at any of your office stores. I've just edited it a little bit for me, and I've been using it, and it's working. I mean, I guess, if something's not broke, don't fix it. So I'll show that to you here in a little bit. The things I haven't changed in my planner are the things that started me talking about this in the first place, and that's my vision boarding inside my planners. And, my front, after my front cover, I've got my whys, which are my family and my loved ones. I've got pictures then of things that inspire me. And then I also, quotes that inspire me and things that just motivate me. I keep those at the front so that they're just always right there, keeping me on track when I get a little discouraged or just don't feel like producing something or being productive. And I can look at those, and they get me on track pretty quickly. So anyway, I will give you a look at my new 2018 planner. I call it my Inspiring Planner. And I hope you can get some tips from it and something that might be beneficial to you. Okay guys, so this is the overview of my 2018 Inspiring Planner. I tend to go with this design a lot. I really like it's kind of a seafoam green, and I love these little peach and turquoise colors or teal colors in here. And then I open it up to my vision boards, and then I have my monthly pages of what the year at a glance looks like each month. And then I start my new monthly page. And I really have enjoyed this. One of the things that I've really enjoyed the most, because this is kind of important for me, is I'd always mark off my days of the month. And I don't get quite the idea of how fast the month goes by just putting a little, strike through each day. And so I added this year, a lot of people will put notes down through here sometimes. Well, what I did, I decided I was going to put the days of the month going down through here. And then I would highlight as each day goes off, and I can put some milestones down through here of things that I want to work on or something like that. And what it does, let me show you. What it does, it gives you an idea of how fast the month's going by. All of a sudden you're looking, and you're like, I just got 4 more days left. Well, if I look at it this way, I don't get that same sense of urgency. So I've done that. I've also I created this section here where I can put goals. I can put stickers if I want to put stickers, which is nice. I can kind of do whatever I want in this. I call it notes, quotes, ideas, monthly themes, brain space, basically. I can put a scripture I like. And then over here, under this, I've put some boxes. And what I may do right now, I've got them saying personal goals, business goals, things to get done as a running to-do list, and steps in the direction of the goals. I'm finding already that, I may print again and take off these sections and make them something different. Like I may have them be a goal. I want them to be editable, basically, for what I'm doing with the month. So this may be about health. This may be about vacation planning, different things like that. I think I want those to be a little more flexible. These indexes I ordered from Erin Condren I got them on her website, and I love the colors, so they worked out real well. Each of these, I use washi tape to mark off when travel happens. So that's kind of what these mean, or when something special is coming up. If you see it in red, that means I have like an actual appointment that I'm going to go to. So that's kind of how I broke up my month, versus this whole page before was just all month. And the boxes were so big, I didn't need the boxes that big to write in, because when it comes down to it, I end up, I went with this as your classic page that I was telling you about. I have really busy weeks, and I'll show you. This has been really a life-saving layout for me. I can use this time as something that I can make a to-do list each day. I can have a focus for each day. If I've done something, I'll highlight it and complete it. If I have an appointment, it's in red. Down at the bottom, I've made a note section for myself that can be edited however I really want to do it, depending on what I'm trying to, I was out sick that day, on what I'm trying to get accomplished at the time. Here's some companies I'm working with at my work. So I can write, I write them down here. Over here this week, I decided to, write a Bible verse that I wanted to look at. Over here, I had errands I wanted to do. So it made these all kind of editable, and it's really functioning very, very well. What I like about this versus a day at a glance is, like I said, on day at a glance, I kind of do a brain dump. Well, I kind of do a brain dump here too, but I can see the differences, like on the next day, well, I didn't finish this, so let me move it over here. Well, let me move it over here. I can kind of shift things forward, or I can leave them where they're at and see what I highlighted and didn't highlight, and it stands out to me, so I know to go back and look and decide, well, I need to do that. So this has worked out really, really nicely for me, and I don't know, it's been very effective. Like I said, this is a very classic design, so kind of don't mess with things that aren't broken, right? Now the habit tracker I was telling you about is this one. And it comes out, I took things I want to track and made some blank on here so I can change it up. If there's certain things I just really do want to do every day, I did adjust this where I can put in what time I want to be up by and what time I want to be to bed by. I don't know if you can see it very well, but and then just put the days of the week under it. Every day I want to do some kind of meditation, Bible study, devotion kind of thing. I do really well when I do the apple cider vinegar kind of thing, eat a low carb, 1200 calorie, work out in some form or fashion. To try to keep my finances in line, I would like to shop just by a list. That's something I just always want to do. Learn something new. I always want to learn something new. And then down here are some things that are going on that can change. Your habits that you're working on can change. So when I've had it in here, I don't know, it was just space I didn't need to use on this page. So I'd rather put it here, use it as an index. I may do a video on how to do these. I also have my water intake and tea down here at the bottom. So every day all I do is mark it. And what I do use, this laminate that I'm using on this does say you can use dry erase on it, but I use wet erase because I know it's going to come off easily when I clean it off each week. So basically I clean it off each week and I just pop it in here. It is really not hard to get in here at all, and just takes a little bit of pushing these in. And then there it is. It is now my index, and it sits up here at the top of the book. So I know to go to my week, I just stop that right there, open it up, and I'm at my week. And in reality, if I want to change this up, I'll just change it and print it again if I decide there's something on here that's not working for me. But currently, I don't see why these that are on here. I may not do them every day, but they're pretty good guidelines for what I want to do in my daily life. I do have another thing back here that I haven't really used, and I did this back page like it is in case I wanted to use it as a writing whiteboard. I really haven't done that, but it's there if I want to. Again, I would use the wet erase pens to do that. As I've said, I like to recreate designs all the time, and I actually started this week working on a new design, and I took like a one-page weekly dashboard to see how that would work with me. So I kind of took the week I was working on. Let's go back to that area, and where it's laid out like this, and then I changed and did it like this, and to see how it would work. So this was just a blank. Let's see if I've got one right here. It was just kind of blank like that right there to decide if this is something that would work for me. But in reality, I don't know. I like this better. Things stand out to me better this way. So I think I'm going to be sticking with that. This is something fun to play with. I may put it on my Etsy shop or something if somebody wants to take a look at it. So anyway, that is my 2018 planner. And like I said, I'm loving it. It's working for me. I've been using it every week, and it's really being a functional planner for me and helping me keep focus. And so I'm looking forward to continuing to use it and see how it does. We'll see in a few months if I've changed things up a little bit, and I'll let you know. All right, well, that is my 2018 inspired planner. And I hope you got some ideas out of that you would like. I will be uploading the inserts of this planner, not the index, but the weekly pages and the monthly pages. I'll be uploading those on my Etsy shop, so you'll find a link to that down below. So there's all kinds of different designs on that shop. Generally, my weekly pages aren't numbered, so I don't number mine because if there's a week that went by that I really didn't use it, which in the past has been quite a lot, but this week, as you saw, I'm using them every week, so I think that does say something about this layout for me. But I don't like having those pages in the middle that I've had to skip over because they're dated, you know, for a week that I didn't really play with my planner that much. But anyway, you'll find a lot of designs on there. I will upload this one and you can find it on there. If you have any comments, I would love to hear them below. If you like this, subscribe to this channel. I do have quite a list of videos I've got planned coming up. One being to teach you how to do this index that I did. I may do one on how to, just so you can do some of these layouts yourself. I'm thinking about doing some tutorials on things like that. So anyway, I hope you all have a good week, and thank you so much for joining me.